Okay guys, so what we've got here first, as far as my propagations go, we'll open this first box. I'll do my little tiny prop boxes, and then I will show you what else I've got. Okay, so in here, which is nice and green and covered with algae, this looks really bright because I have my arrow garden right here that's supplying the light to these boxes. I have an experiment I want to do with the arrow garden, but I haven't started it yet. Anyway, let's see, what do we got? This nice algae filled green moss, but you know what? They all seem to love it. They're doing pretty well in here. So here is, this was a wet stick of my Monstera subpinnata. It's the second one. I will show you the first one that's already been done. It's around somewhere. This is a tiny little Standeliana propagation. It was the only place it would grow, and I don't know why. And it's just, let's see if I turn this light off, if that'll make it easier. Woo! Holy crap, what a difference there. Okay, well, we'll turn the light off temporarily. But there's a little tiny Standeliana, and it is the cutest little thing. Over here, this is I believe this is a Monstera siltopicana. Yeah, I just put it in there not that long ago, so it doesn't even have any roots or anything. I could have sworn there were two more in here, but I don't know where they are. This was my Hoya sipitangenesis. I can never say that right. It was weird, of the three plants that were in the pot, one completely dried up and died, and I put the other two in the boxes. So there's this one. It's actually grown quite a few leaves since it's been in here, and I really should take it out because it's in there. It doesn't want to leave. Over here is a tiny little albo, and the funniest thing is that I have so many Syngonium albo propagations that it's just crazy. What I want to do is pot them all together, so that's probably what I'm going to end up doing in another video. Over here, these are just some Skindapsus Argerius cuttings. And I do have two wet sticks in here somewhere for Skindapsus silverian, but I've tossed the moss so much that I don't know where they are. I have no idea. Over here, oh, this is my blue Skindapsus. It was in a pot and it just started to rot away. So I'm not seeing anything really going on there, but I'm trying to save it. I did get it as an unrooted cutting a long time ago from a Facebook seller, and it was doing fine. I don't know what happened. The roots just rotted off, and now I'm just trying to save it. It's only been in there maybe a week, so we'll give it some more time. And over here, my pride and joy, my baby, is Baby G. Now I'm going to turn the light on. Woo! Sorry, guys. So this is my baby Gloriosum, and the story with this one is it was actually the first Gloriosum I got like a year and a half ago. When I got it, it was okay for a bit, and it didn't acclimate well and lost all of its leaves. So all that was left was that tiny little chunk there. And I threw it in this box, not actually expecting anything really to happen. But it kept surviving. So, ouch. It started giving me these little, sorry, I'm looking at the plant instead of at the camera. It started to give me these little tiny leaves. And the last leaf that it put out, that unfurled, is so far the biggest. And now this new leaf right here, I'm so excited for that one to come out. I am so invested in this little plant that I just have no words. I am pulling for her so hard. She is one of 2 Gloriosums that I have. The other one is larger. You saw that in my plant tour. But yeah, I've got all the hope running on this plant. Okay, I think I'm done in here, I think. Sometimes I never know what's underneath. Oh, here's the other Silvery Ann ones over here. And they've been in here a really long time. We are not focusing. And they're just not really doing anything at all. But I will leave them there because that's just what I do. This one I'm going to have to take out of here because you can see... Whoops, sorry. Damn my camera skills. This one I have to take out of here, the subpinnata, because you can see that this leaf is wet because it rests against the top of the lid. So maybe I'll leave the lid open for a little bit and give these guys some air. Okay, on to the next prop box. Okay, so over here, I haven't even opened the lid yet, but you can see, ouch, how much of a mess it is in there. Let's open it up. Okay, oh. My Aglaonema Silver Bay is right behind this. It's a little bit of a pain, but here we go. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been in this one. A friend of mine gave me a wandering dude, and I was putting it in a different pot the other day when I noticed that all of the roots had rotted. The pot that it was in had no drainage. It was a gift from a friend, but it had no drainage, and the plant was slowly dying. So I cut the whole thing up and put it in here. And this was a few days ago. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see those little tiny hairs there on the roots. You're looking at my hand, not my hand, not my hand. At the roots, there we go. And there, and this one here is already rooted. These plants, Tradescantias in general, just root so easily. But I've got them all over the place. Here is the second piece of my Cypitogenesis, my Hoya Cypitogenesis. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice. Look at these aerial roots that are coming off of it. I'm going to have to plant that one up too. I'll put them together. That'll be fine. Over here is my newest one, and one that I just realized put off a new leaf. And this was a gift from a plant friend. And it is a Philodendron Brentianum. This one scares me a little bit because I know that they do like high humidity, and it does have high humidity in this box. But I'm going to have to take it out of here. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know if I want to cloche it. It would probably be the best thing, but I am the type of person who really, really, really tries to have my plants acclimate themselves to my household humidity, which is usually between 60 and 65, is what I like to keep it. So if anything, I will move it to an area that probably has higher humidity, like my kitchen, because, you know, a lot of cooking goes on in there, so it usually has higher humidity than any other room, or the bathroom, that one as well. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm so terrified to have this, like, die on me. I'm hoping it doesn't, but I am so excited for that little leaf. Look at that little leaf. Okay, moving on. More wandering dudes here. And here is the propagation of one of my Rex Begonias. I can't remember which video that was that I did where that fell off. Oh, I was combining. It was a plant chores video. I was combining plants. And this one broke off. And yeah, now it is, I don't know if it's rooting yet. Probably not, but let's see. Let's check. Usually I just put in the leaves and I'll cut them. But this time I just threw the whole stem in there. And you can look right down there. Can you see those little fuzzy guys down there, those little roots? And they work fast. Okay, next. Okay, we're done with my prop boxes. But behind me over here, there are a couple of propagations. This one here is my silver sword, one of a few. As you can see here, you can see another one of my elbow propagations, which is absolutely fabulous. I think this leaf is on the way out, but that's okay. This, which I just noticed a new tiny little leaf, is an itty bitty Rhaphidophora decursiva. It was just the tiny little piece that was in my plant that fell off. And now it's got this tiny little leaf growing. I was so shocked. Okay, back here, getting large and in charge, and curling, I don't know why, is another silver sword. Those will all be planted together so that I can make a fuller pod. That's what's going to happen with all of these. So I've got that there, and that makes me extremely happy. Like, look at the size of that. I should probably transplant it soon. But I don't think I'm actually seeing any roots. Oh, well, yes, I am. I am seeing roots. Those have just happened recently. Perfect. Okay. So that just tells me that that one's kind of ready to go. What about this one? Ooh, out of focus. This one. No, I don't see any roots yet, but it's growing, so that's okay. And the elbow. For the elbow, there's roots down at the bottom. And that's okay. We're just gonna go with that. Okay. I do have some Pearlite propagations. I do have another, if we scoot over here. Oh, I have my ZZ propagation. I think the light is a bit too much, but holy crap. This happened in a 2-week period. So I think that that might need something better soon. This is another silver sword propagation, which didn't really seem to do much, but it's still alive. So I have hope. I have enough of them anyway, where it's not a big deal if I lose it, but you know, still hoping. Okay, you guys can see here that this workspace, this should actually just be my propagation space. I am losing my voice, I'm sorry. But yeah, we've just got a bunch of crap that's everywhere here. My humidifier that hasn't been used in like 6 months. But yeah, I think one of my projects is going to be making this like a little propagation area. You can see the mess down here. This is all my planty stuff at the bottom. But yeah, I think that's going to be a project. Oh yeah, I have to show you the propagations in my bathroom. One sec. Yes. I know what you're thinking. Why are my propagations in my bathroom? Well, number 1, humidity. Number 2, warmth. Because this bathroom is the warmest room in the house. So here, I might have shown some of you before, on my Instagram maybe. But here are some of my propagations that I took out of moss and put into soil. So they are acclimating. This is another Monstera subpinnata. I think it's a subpinnata. Let's see. Yep, it's a subpinnata. Little baby. This is my mystery Skindapsus, which I'm still waiting to see what it is, if it is a silver splash or if it is an exotica. Over here is my Silverian propagation. I got cuttings from a trade, and they finally rooted, and they are actually growing really, really well. I think it's interesting though, the cracks that this one looks like it has in it, and that leaf has actually gotten rather large. Over here, I think this was actually my Squamoferon. It is. It is a Squamoferon propagation. I'm not exactly sure why it's yellowing. I don't know if it's because it has too much light up on the top shelf. I recently moved them in here because I saw the yellowing. We have gone through points of this entire basket being a little too dry because I keep forgetting that it was up on the top shelf next to my grow light. And with that, you can see over here, that is another silver sword, which is not doing too great. So out of this basket here, the Skindapsuses seem to be doing really well. And then the others are struggling. So we're going to switch that up and see if I can make that better. And then here is a little golden Pothos propagation that I made. It's super tiny. And I think it's just the cutest little thing. Okay, over here, honestly, I forgot what this is. I think it is a Thai sunrise, a Philodendron Thai sunrise. I think. It's been a while, I can't remember. Just like this wet stick over here, which, well, was sort of a wet stick. It did have a really large aerial root. There is a growth point that is coming out, my big fingers, down there. Life of me, can't remember what that was either. It's been a while. These I don't even need anymore. Over here is another Standeliana. Yep, Monstera Standeliana propagation, which is doing really, really well. Over here we have, oh, that's super dusty. Over here we have a Florida Bronze, Philodendron Florida Bronze, and this one as well, which doesn't seem to be doing too well, but it's not soggy, it's not rotting, and it's still super firm. Okay, now we have moved on to some sad, sad little babies. If you watched my houseplant tour, you would have seen these guys sitting in a west-facing window. And since then, I don't think I've watered this one because he's now kind of upside down. I will be surprised if it lives. I hope it does. Standelianas bounce back really easily for me, so fingers crossed. I'm bottering. Oh my goodness. I'm bottom watering it right now. My little jade propagation, little jade babies are just doing the most. And then this is a little Echeveria, which I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's going to make it, but if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I have others, so I'm totally fine with it.